Hi there, this is the Humley demonstration for Covestro, showcasing Humley's AI cognitive assistant abilities. I'm going to be starting off by having some small talk conversation with the cognitive assistant. I can ask it some simple questions such as, this provides information on what information HR have on me. In addition to which, it can have videos embedded within the content which play directly from the chat box. You can expand that into the full screen. Otherwise, what we can do is ask other questions. Again, as per this example, it has the video embedded within it, along with the information needed and links to be able to find out more about the topic. In addition to which, we also have feedback about the questions that we're asking whether those answers provided were helpful, yes, sort of, or no. That is then manageable within the back-end system administration that you will have access to be able to see how easily people are finding the information that they want and whether the answers you're providing are actually helpful or not. In addition to which, you wanted to have some other questions that you could perhaps ask. So let's say I was going to ask, what are the work from home hours in a different way? Again, different way of asking a question, but getting the same answer. And again, as per this example, what are the work from home hours? Tell me the work from home hours, or I would like to know what the work from home hours are. Again, variety of different ways you can ask this question or any of these other questions and still get the same answer pertinent to the question, the intent of the question that you are trying to find the answer for. Now, Dusan, you asked me to include some of those questions with regards to acronyms. As a result, I thought the best way to do this was to just show you in the first instance how we can keep it quite simple. So we could do it this way, where we just list everything. So it has all of the information, and you just have to pick out the acronym that is pertinent to your question. I could ask this again. So but what I wanted to do, but I may not have time to be able to do all of these, so I thought I'd just do it on one. Is just have a little bit more detail on each. So when you're asking the question, what is RPA, almost bringing up, if you will, like a Wikipedia-esque answer based upon what your question is, with links to videos and obviously additional documentation, whether that's white paper downloads, as I put here in this instance, and such. Now, as per our conversation that we had, I've also created an exchange of conversations that we can have with the AI. So in this instance, it's going to be me asking me, my AI, that I would like to begin in the conversation with them about helping me with my day-to-day job. Spell it incorrectly, it will not understand what it is I want. So if I made a mistake, for instance, good example of this, my bad typing, I would like some help instead of I would like some help. I'm going to say number 3. Now, in the instance of example, what I've done is I've baked in rules into the conversational flow. So only the data that I'm entering in this instance is going to be recognized as being correct. However, this is just simply to demonstrate our ability to plug in via an API or RPA into your HR software or any other security software you have as far as taking people's personal details is concerned. So let's, in the instance of example, say that I put in my old postcode. So, and that is incorrect. And you know what? Yes, I did move recently, and I'm still got my old postcode in my head, so I'm going to put in the correct one. Yes, that is correct. So now that it has me logged in, the other exchanges that I've created here are things like, for instance, me wanting to book some time off. So it registers that I have 12 days of holiday left and 5 days of sick allocation. So in the instance where I was going to be cheeky and put in 15 days holiday, again, those rules. Sorry. I was asking me what kind of holiday I would like. So I would like to take some holiday leave. Okay, so in the instance that I was put in too many days, let's try that again. It would tell me that I do not have the correct allocation for that. Again, this would be integrated with your HR software, putting back the information and allowing us to be able to only provide the information that the data entry that is allowed. So I'm going to put 12 days because that's what it's telling me my full allocation is. Now, ideally, we would like to have a calendar widget where you can actually interact with the calendar within the chat and select the days that you want. But for the purpose of demonstration, I'll just use this. Good. Now, Martina, you were also asking about having training in the conversation. So let's say I would like to book some training. I'm entering back into the conversation flow just because this is to demonstrate how that process would be if I was to log in for the first time. This would be connected, as I mentioned, Martina, to your Excel document or any other form that you have, and it can input that information, I would say, probably with an RPA process by taking all the data here and then filling in the form accordingly, reading when the availability is, and then pinging that back, and then allowing us to be able to input that data. So confirming that everything's been booked for the course. As an example, that's how it could work. Obviously, with a little bit more finesse once we have those integrations. This is just something that myself has created and I don't simply have the coding skills to be able to do something a little bit more complex. Other ideas that I had was registering an injury, in addition to which we can also book some time off with HR. Great. So that basically demonstrates exactly how a conversational flow can work, showing you everything ranging from simple frequently asked questions, where you ask what information does HR have on me, or what are the work from home hours, through to having a conversation about acronyms, so what is COS, or what is the RPA process. Obviously, with a little bit more detail for each of those would be my preference, if I had the time to do each of them. Other things such as when you enter in a bit of information, but you have a spelling error, I would like some help. It takes a best guess as to what you could possibly want. In this instance, it thought I would like some help being the third most likely thing that I was asking. But again, I can simply enter the number 3, and it begins the conversational flow, entering my employee ID, taking all my details, registering me through a plugged-in API or the RPA process, integrating with Workday or whatever HR tools you're using, and then helping me to book training, holidays, or registering an injury at work, or asking to speak with someone in HR about an incident at work that is confidential and important. I hope you have found this to be useful. If you have any questions or would like any additional elements added to this, please let me know. Thank you very much.